Maria Curzon Cory Cuanco Aquino was a Filipino politician who served as the 11th President of the Philippines, becoming the first woman to hold that office. Curzon Aquino was the most prominent of the 1986 People Power Revolution, which ended the 21-year rule of President Ferdinand Marcos. She was named Time Magazine's Woman of the Year in 1986. Prior to this, she had not held any.
I would rather die a meaningful death than to live meaningless life.
Image result for Curzon Aquino contribution in science and technology. On August 8, 1988, Corazon Aquino created the Presidential Task Force for Science and Technology, which came up with the first Science and Technology Master Plan, or STMP. The goal of STMP was for the Philippines to achieve newly industrialized country status by the year 2000.
The presidency of Fidel V. Ramos, also known as the Ramos administration, spanned for 6 years from June 13, 1992 to June 13, 1998. Fidel Ramos was third oldest person following Sergio Osmeña to become president of the Philippines at the age of 64. The first few years of his administration were characterized by economic boom, technological development, and political stability. During his time, advocated party platforms as outline an agenda for governance. Ramos began implementing economic reforms intended to open up the once closed national economy, encourage private enterprise. Ramos was also known the most traveled Philippine president compared to his predecessors, with numerous foreign trips abroad generating about $20 billion worth of foreign investment to the Philippines. He also instituted reforms in the tax system, which includes a forced increase on VAT, or the EVAT law, from 4% to 10%, mandated by World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. Under his administration, the Philippines enjoyed economic growth and stability. His vision of Philippines 2000 led the country into a newly industrialized country in the world and the Tiger Club economy in Asia. The Estrada administration's program to boost science and technology in the country to make this more responsive to the challenges of globalization and its thrust towards agricultural modernization will take center stage in his Saturday's episode of the radio TV program Jeepney Erap, ang pasada ng Pangulo. President Joseph Erap Ejercito Estrada will lead the program's discussion that will also focus on the function of the Department of Science and Technology under the Secretary Filimon Uriarte and government efforts to enhance the information technology sector in the country. Science and technology sector in the country include the following: the implementation of the GAINS Export Program, or GAINEX, to strengthen the scientific capabilities of small and medium-scale exporters. Next, the setting up of regional food microbiology laboratories to ensure the quality and safety of local food products and exports. Next, the implementation of the climate information monitoring and prediction services to make weather forecasting more useful in managing agriculture and water resources.
Walang kaibigan, walang kumpare, walang kamag-anak.
Former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo also contributed to the science and technology, like the law she signed, the Republic Act 10055, otherwise known as the Technology Transfer Act of 2009. It has become a major achievement because of the law's spirit of harmonizing all technology transfer to the country and expediting the commercialization of government-funded research.
Recognize that making any such call was a lapse in judgment. I am sorry.
For the past 5 years, the Aquino administration's programs and proposed policies such as the Salary Standardization Law 4 or the SSL 4, which provides distorted salary increase in favor of high-ranking personnel, aggravates the mass exodus of our brilliant S&T professionals. Recently, the Magna Carta of Science and Technology workers, for which advocates have struggled to pass into law, has been at stake due to some provisions in the SSL-4. Also, the ASEAN integration, which promotes the free flow of skilled labor among ASEAN nations, would bring an increase in competition for local and foreign professionals. Clearly, the administration failed in promoting the welfare of our scientists, engineers, and S&T workers, and also failed in pushing for a science and technology that serves the interests of the broad mass.
Sama-sama po nating tahakin ang tuwid na daan.
Rodrigo Roa Duterte, also known as Digong and Rodi, is a Filipino politician who is the 16th and incumbent president of the Philippines and the first from Mindanao to hold the office. He is the chairperson of PDP Laban, the ruling political party. Duterte took office at 71 years old on June 30, 2016, making him the oldest person to assume the Philippine presidency. The record was previously held by Sergio Osmeña at the age of 65. Duterte's political success has been aided by his vocal support for the extrajudicial killing of drug users and other criminals. Human rights groups have documented over 1,400 killings allegedly by death squad operating in Davao between 1998 and May 2016. The victims were mainly drug users, petty criminals, and street children. A 2009 report by the Philippine Commission on Human Rights confirmed a systematic practice of extrajudicial killings by Davao Death Squad. Duterte has alternately confirmed and denied his involvement. The Office of Ombudsman closed an investigation in January 2016 stating that they found no evidence that the Davao Death Squad exists and no evidence to connect the police or Duterte with the killings. The case has since been reopened. Duterte has repeatedly confirmed that he personally killed criminal suspect as mayor of Davao.
Ako sa adik. Galit ako sa mga drug lord. Mga putang ina niya, mamatay na kayo.